Coming up on Rise and Shine, senior citizens sharpening up their technology skills. We'll tell you how.
And one local high school is getting their sophomores ready for the SAT by trying something new. The story coming up. It's Friday, October 10th, and you're watching Rise and Shine.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your weather authority forecast. You're watching Idaho's first news in HD.
Good morning, Southern Idaho. Thank you for tuning in to Rise and Shine. I'm Ariel Harrison.
And I'm Bradley Shari. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Happy Friday. Let's start off this 6 o'clock hour with our first check of the weather with meteorologist Jack Holland.
Hey, we're allowed to wear pink shirts
We
today.
are supporting breast cancer awareness.
What did Michelle email us? Pink fabulous? What was it?
Pink-tastic.
Pink-tastic, yes.
Pink-tastic.
We're all supporting breast cancer awareness.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
our pink.
Yeah, so
That's
every
what it's
Friday we'll
for.
be wearing our pink shirts, and
Our
you
pink-
should too.
our pink
And I think
ribbons
they
and
both
everything.
look rather ravishing.
Oh,
if I
well,
might
stop
say so
it.
myself.
You're going to make me blush over here. You know, usually we're not allowed to wear pink shirts.
Right.
It's a special exception.
Special occasions.
There we go. We'll take a look at those temperatures that you're waking up to on this Friday morning. 41 and pretty chilly in Haley, 43 for us in Burley, and we're waking up to 47 in Jerome, and 49 currently in Twin Falls. Seeing clear skies across the region, but you're starting to see that counterclockwise spin the Pacific Ocean, also a leading cloud. That's a cold front. That's going to start making its way through our region come this weekend. When can we expect to see it, and just how cool will we get? And I'll give you those details in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Jack. We turn to our top story. 2 people in the Gem State are dead from a flu-related illness. The Idaho Department of Health and Human Services made the announcement Thursday. 2 women, both above the age of 60, died, marking the first deaths of this year's flu season. Last year reported 19 deaths from flu-related illnesses. Officials recommend everyone over the age of 6 months gets a vaccine. They also recommend children between the ages of 2 and 8 get the nasal spray flu vaccine because it's believed to work better for the age. Thursday in Haley, the Senior Connection of Blaine County hosted this 2014 Scam Jam, a fraud and financial abuse conference. It's a chance to teach seniors how to protect themselves from the different types of scams that are happening. Organizations like the CSI Office on Aging encourage seniors to spread the word when they become aware of a scam. The annual loss by victims of financial abuse is estimated to be over $2.5 billion.
One that's been in the news recently is a scam where people are getting calls that are identifying themselves as the Idaho State Police.
The Federal Trade Commission website is one of the best resources to help yourself and others from being scammed.
High school juniors in the state of Idaho take the SAT exam each year. It assesses reading, math, and writing skills. To help prepare sophomore students for the following year's test, Declo High School staff are trying something new. Stephanie Mead for Idaho's First News takes us there.
In the Learning Express database, one of the specific tools is the PSAT test prep resources. And we spent 2 days visiting with all sophomores in our school last week. And we actually showed them how to access it.
Preparing for the SAT is a tedious process for students, but by having a practice exam available online, it helps future juniors prepare.
I think that it really sets me up to succeed in the junior test. I think that it really will help me because being prepared helps me a lot with school, and I don't like having the stuff just jump right out at me to have the test surprise me.
The practice test also helps to connect students to scholarships through the National Merit Scholarship Program.
The most important thing, I think, is that the PSAT is also the qualifying test for the National Merit Scholarship Program. So students who do well enough on the PSAT could actually become a National Merit Scholar. And so that's one of the reasons why we wanted to give our students the option of practicing for it.
Giving the students the opportunity to practice makes them proactive in building a better future for themselves.
It makes me feel more generally inclined to come to school and to be here, and that it definitely helps me with my future.
Creating that partnership between faculty and the students and giving them the time to actually spend using the database at school, I think it shows them that it's worthwhile and important for them.
The course is paid partially by the state and also through federal grants. In Declo, Stephanie Mead, Idaho's First News.
The free online resource they've been using is available to all Idahoans from the Libraries Linking Idaho website by the Idaho Commission for Libraries. Head over to KMBT.com for the link.
A local elementary school is getting students and families more involved in education and in a fun way. For the past few years, Prine Elementary School has held a math night. The event gives the students a chance to utilize math skills while playing games. Once they completed 3 games, they received a raffle ticket to win prizes donated by local businesses.
I think it's great. It makes parents involved in their child's education. It brings everybody together, helps the parents see what their children are doing in the classroom. So I think it really helps families come together.
Over 500 families showed up, almost doubling last year's attendance.
Good morning, everybody. We're 5 past the hour. We'll see sunrise at 7:45, so still pretty dark outside and waking up to some chilly temperatures. But just like yesterday, I expect us to really warm up and be above average for this time of year. We hit 72 yesterday in Twin Falls. That's 10 degrees cooler than we saw on Wednesday. We hit 83 on Wednesday, so a little bit cooler into the lower 70s all across southern Idaho. 49 is what we're waking up to in Twin Falls. Pretty chilly in Haley, 39. And currently 43 in Burley. Winds a bit breezy in Twin Falls as well, 13 miles per hour to the south there. We're seeing more of a northwesterly flow in Haley at 10 miles per hour. Getting those kids ready for school this morning. Had them throw on a light jacket because it's going to be chilly on at the bus stop, 46 or so. And then as they're heading home, we'll be in the lower 70s with plenty of sunshine, looking pretty nice with winds out of the west. A cold front is pushing through this weekend. What does that mean for your weekend plans? I'll give you those details with your Weather Authority forecast in just a few minutes, guys.
Thanks, Jack. Thursday, the Mini-Cassia Chamber of Commerce hosted its monthly meeting at the Doc's Pizza in Rupert. Business owners from all over the Mini-Cassia region gathered for lunch and presentations. Dot Foods and Americold spoke about transportation and logistics for the Mini-Cassia area. The lunch lasted for about an hour. The Mini-Cassia Chamber of Commerce feels this is a great presentation for all businesses in the region.
This year we've really focused on having business forums and bringing in our business owners or representatives from our different businesses to educate the membership about the opportunities within our businesses.
Around 50 to 60 people usually show up for the monthly meetings. Also in headlines this morning, the Twin Falls Parks and Recreation Department has its second bike connectivity meeting in the books. Last year, a number of bike community members brought ideas to the Parks Department as to what they would like to see connect more areas of town. The community was invited out Thursday evening to discuss plans for proposed bike paths in Twin Falls. The department pointed out that along with the dedicated paths already in place, the plan is to add markers to indicate shared lanes throughout town.
We are kind of presenting back to the biking community and saying, okay, we've heard you. This is what we have. This is just phase 1, we call it. There are going to be more phases because we want to have this community be more bike friendly, and it just takes time.
If you would like to see proposed plans for the bike paths and give feedback, head over to their website at tfid.org.
For many, the produce department in the grocery store can get a little frustrating. Your pick might be too sour, too ripe, or it may even never ripen. A local produce specialist told us that apples, squash, pumpkins, and onions are all in season right now, but that doesn't mean you can't get a good selection of fruits that are out of season.
So with any fruit, I think there's probably 3 questions you need to ask yourself on any fruit or vegetable. How does it look? How does it feel? And how does it smell? So some fruits and vegetables don't have as much smell, but you'll want to use those questions, and those will help guide you to find the best fruits or vegetables in the produce department.
A few side tips when picking cantaloupes: if it's golden in color and it smells good, get it. Grapes need to be firm. The more firm they are, the more fresh they'll be. Avocados need to be green and soft to your touch, but not too soft. And one shopper told us when picking watermelons, look for the bee stings. It was all about the ladies last night at the Jerome Rec District. A couple of times a year, the district holds Ladies' Night Out. And Thursday night, it coupled with our sister station, the CW. Ladies who attended got a sneak peek of the CW's new show, Jane the Virgin, about a young girl who has clung to celibacy as instructed by a sternly loving grandmother and to further her own dreams of professional success.
We just started them to get ladies out. Tough being a mom and a wife, and so we just want to give them a break, get them out visiting with everybody. If you go in there and see, they just love getting away.
Ladies also walked away with some fun prizes and a goodie bag. Jane the Virgin premieres this Monday night at 8 on the CW.
We're waking up to a pretty chilly start this morning, but as we head into the afternoon, we're going to see plenty of sunshine and see those warm temperatures. Just how long will they last? I'll give you those details with your Weather Authority forecast when Rise and Shine returns.
From Idaho's First News, here's a look at your weather with meteorologist Jack Holland.
Another chilly start for us this morning, waking up to the mid to upper 40s across the Magic Valley, 46 for us in Jerome, 49 at the Magic Valley Regional Airport, and in Haley, we're in the upper 30s, so pretty chilly out there. If you had an early morning start, make sure you grab that light jacket. Later this afternoon, though, plenty of sunshine will allow us to warm up, and we'll be able to get into the upper 60s to lower 70s yet again. Later this week and into the weekend, we're going to start seeing these clouds, and that's a surface cold front that's going to slowly start making its way into our region. And I think by Sunday that passes through, and you see it on our weather map. That's going to bring cooler conditions with it and also some breezy conditions as well as we get into your Saturday afternoon as well as Sunday. However, for today, we'll enjoy the unseasonably warm temperatures. We'll be in the low to mid 70s across the Magic Valley. For us in the Wood River Valley, I think we'll be in the upper 60s. Some locations getting in the lower 70s. And with clear to mostly clear skies again tonight, temperatures able to fall down into the mid to upper 40s across the Magic Valley. And for us in the Wood River Valley, I think we'll be able to get into the upper 30s to the lower 40s again. And temperatures a little bit cooler on your Saturday afternoon. We'll be in the lower 70s across the Magic Valley and into the mid 60s in the Wood River Valley. Winds mainly out of the west today, anywhere between 5 to 15 miles per hour. So we could see a breeze at times, but not as bad as what we're going to see on Saturday afternoon. As that cold front approaches, those winds are going to really pick up around Saturday, around lunch hour, anywhere between 10 to 20 miles per hour out of the west. For highs today, looking pretty nice. High of 65 in Ketchum, 67 for us in Haley. Plenty of sunshine, a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday, but still above average for this time of year. We'll hit 75 in Glens Ferry, 71 for a high in Jerome, and 70 in Gooding with winds out of the west. In Twin Falls, a high of 72. We'll hit 71 in Buell. Usually this time of year in the Magic Valley, we're in the mid 60s, so about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than average. Then in the Mini-Casual region, we could see some breezy conditions in the afternoon out of the west. High of 70 in Rupert and 71 in Burley. We'll continue to see that cool down on your 7-day forecast, courtesy of Middlecoff Auto Group. 72 tomorrow with breezy conditions, and that cold front pushes through. You notice temperatures get into the mid 60s by Sunday and into Monday. Then on Wednesday, we'll have a chance to see some afternoon showers with a high of 65. For us in the mountains, we'll hit 67, mostly sunny skies tomorrow. Slight chance to see a shower Saturday night into early Sunday morning with a high of 61 on your Sunday. Overnight lows getting down into the low to mid 30s, and then we'll hit 63 with sunny skies on your Tuesday. And there's a look at your forecast.
Hundreds of airport workers are on strike. They walked off the job over their safety concerns on the Ebola virus. Renee Marsh has the details.
At airports in West Africa, in countries hardest hit by the Ebola virus, everyone departing is checked for a fever. Now, 5 major U.S. airports are about to begin temperature checks for travelers when they land here. But some experts say the new screening provides a false sense of security.
People can take Tylenol, they can take ibuprofen, and they can mask that fever. So this isn't a foolproof strategy for keeping Ebola out of the country.
Over the last 2 months, authorities at West African airports denied boarding to 77 people with fevers or other Ebola symptoms. None of those cases turned out to be the disease.
But you have to remember, people have fevers for lots of reasons, and you're going to be looking really for a needle in a haystack. Mr. Duncan wouldn't have been identified by this by temperature screening.
The temperature checks were announced after Thomas Eric Duncan, the first Ebola patient diagnosed in the U.S., died in a Dallas hospital Wednesday. The CDC does not believe Duncan had any Ebola symptoms when he arrived. U.S. officials acknowledge that even with the new measures, more Ebola cases could arrive in the U.S.
And I don't think we're making a claim that anything is 100% secure, but what's most important is we know.
Now, authorities in England are ramping up their screening procedures in 2 London airports and its Eurail train station. And Canada is planning increased screening as well.
My goal is that we create internationally as many different checkpoints as possible for travelers who go through the system.
Meanwhile, in New York, 200 workers at LaGuardia's airport walked off the job following ongoing complaints they say include a lack of equipment and training.
The Ebola scare is one of the huge parts of it because the workers are cleaning the planes. They find all sorts of things, needles, vomit, all kinds of stuff.
Great Britain is also on board with airport checks, but other countries like Ireland say they will not screen at airports. The chief medical officer at the Department of Health said it is far more effective to screen people as they leave countries where the virus is present rather than screening people coming into the country.
Well, here's a question for you. Are you tired of shopping online? Well, that's no problem. Online retail giant Amazon will be letting its shoppers start buying items offline soon. Fox Business Network's David Asman explains, and Fox means business.
Out of college and out of work. According to a new survey, 3 out of 10 graduates from the class of 2014 are unemployed. And get this, around 60% of them aren't even looking for a job right now. Look away if you own stocks. The Dow off more than 330 points on Thursday over more worries about the global economy. Flying off to vacation? Well, you might have to hurry up and wait. The government saying fewer flights arrived on time in August compared to last summer. One of the biggest reasons, a problem with a plane's maintenance or crew. And from shopping online at Amazon to getting in line, literally, new reports the online retail giant will be opening an actual store in New York City, and it's set to open before the holiday shopping season. And buying a piece of Apple history. Later this month, a still working vintage Apple I computer made in 1976 in Steve Jobs' garage is going up for auction. It could fetch up to $500 grand. That's business. I'm David Asman.
Idaho's first news. This is your local sports minute.
Canyon Ridge welcoming in Jerome for some Great Basin action. The Riverhawks up 16-13. Shelby Fitzgerald of Jerome gets the ace on the play. Canyon Ridge's Haley McKee sets it out to Allie Gates, who slams this one down for the very obvious kill. Jerome on serve receive. Set goes out to the Tigers' Stormy Reynolds, who hits one through the double blockers for one of her 9 kills on the night. Ais Moreno back to serve for Canyon Ridge. Jerome's Lindsey Parker with a nice setup pass to Fitzgerald, who finds Cassie Giles on the outside, and she gets the kill. Very pumped about it, too. Jerome staying in this one. Set point for Canyon Ridge, but not on Taylor Harrison's watch. She serves it for an ace. Canyon Ridge, though, would finally win the set and then the match. Gates led both teams with 13 kills. Moreno recorded 18 digs for the Riverhawks, and Giles had 8 kills on the night for Jerome. With your morning sports, I'm Brittany Cooper for Idaho's First News.
Welcome back to Idaho's First News. It's time to get you in the know.
You're not in charge. Are you in charge of it?
I am in charge. Yeah.
He is in charge. A really neat event that they've pulled into the valley from other places that now happens here and has happened for a couple times, right?
Yeah, we've been going for about 3 years. It's a sport called cyclocross. It's very popular over in Europe. In Belgium, actually, it is a huge phenomenon. Hundreds of thousands of people come out to spectate. Hundreds of thousands of racers every season. But we wanted to bring it down to the Magic Valley because we felt like it was a great opportunity for us to kind of partner with the community and create a fun activity for families here in the Magic Valley.
Yeah, and you said, like you were telling me just, that kids and people of all ages can come and do this.
Absolutely, yeah. This year we just added we call it the Strider Dash. So little kids with the little bikes with no pedals, they actually come out and we have like a 100-yard dash. We have 2 different series of kids races, and then we have a beginner race, and then we have more of an intermediate and an expert race also.
Okay, and this is going on just tomorrow, correct?
Actually, we have a 6-race series in the valley, and the first race is Saturday at Frontier Park on the softball fields next to CSI. And all 6 races are right here in Twin Falls. The city parks have been great to work with us, as well as the county. So all the venues are right in Twin Falls. So
and you guys have a Facebook page as well, correct?
We do. South Central Idaho CXA. CXA stands for cyclocross. But also the 3 local bike shops. You've got Cycle Therapy, Epic Ride, and Spoke and Wheel are all sponsors of our series. And you can go into the shop and they can help you out if you're looking for equipment, or if you just want more race information, they can help you with that as well.
Okay. I'd actually never heard of, do I say cyclocross or is it cyclecross?
Depends on how fast you're trying to spit it out.
Well, I've actually never heard of this type, but you said that all kinds of bikes are allowed to race in the race.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to keep it very accessible to everybody in the valley. Most of us that started racing 3 years ago had mountain bikes. And a lot of us now have cyclocross bikes, which is like a road bike, but it's light and it has very aggressive tires on it, so that you can corner, because we do a lot in the grass, dirt, gravel, a little bit of mud, and some pavement.
Okay, and this says that it's all volunteer, and you said that a lot of your family is involved. Are you looking for people to be volunteering, or?
Yeah, absolutely. If people are interested in coming out, if they're not a racer but they want to help us with setting up the course, we typically have a course that's 1 mile to 1.5 miles long, and we have to set up tape for all of that, the safety tape.
Oh, wow.
And so we run a couple miles of tape every Saturday that we race during the 6 races. So if people want to come out and help, or they just want to come out and see, it's a really fun event to watch, because unlike a traditional bicycle race, you actually have to get off and run with your bike, and we have some barriers that you have to go over and carry your bike, and it's a lot of fun.
And how long is the race?
So the kids races are very, very short, but the beginner race is about 30 minutes, and then the experts, the intermediate to experts, we race for 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, so it's an hour out of your Saturday, but it's the most fun you can have on a bicycle.
And it will be good exercise. If you're looking for that morning workout, be sure to head over and take the family and get involved. We'll have this information up on our website for you to be able to access and find out more information on this. We'll send things back over to the studio with Brad.
In entertainment this morning, a Steve Carell comedy, a Robert Downey Jr.-led drama, a Dracula origin, and much more.
Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has a look at what's new in theaters.
Hollywood brings Halloween to theaters early with Dracula Untold, an origin story following Vlad the Impaler as he makes a deal with a demon, giving him the strength to fight his foes, and on the flip side, turning him into a bloodthirsty immortal.
You tricked me! Get out!
For a kid-friendly outing, Steve Carell and Jennifer Garner offer Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. About a family facing an uncanny string of unfortunate incidents, determined to get through the next unlucky 24 hours together.
Henry? Judge?
Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall deliver the family drama, The Judge, about a hotshot lawyer who returns home to defend his father at his murder trial and finds himself making amends with his past.
My husband is every woman's dream.
There's the thriller Addicted, based on the best-selling novel, about a married woman's secret affair and the dangerous life it leads to. Director Jason Reitman's Men, Women, and Children explores modern-day communication and the effects of living in the internet age.
Disappeared 3 days ago.
And the book-to-big screen success story Gone Girl will try to hold on to its top spot at the box office. In New York, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Gosh, a lot of movies in theaters are looking really good.
I really want to see Gone Girl. I heard that's a really good movie.
I do
really
too.
good things
I want
about
to see that one. I want to see that new one with Robert Duvall and Robert Downey Jr. That looks so good.
There's
so
a lot,
good.
There's a lot coming out in theaters.
And I'll go ahead and say it. That Steve Carell movie, the Disney one, looks very good. Looks really good.
I don't know.
You don't know. Why don't you know?
It just looks really corny to me.
It's based off of a really good book, though, that I read when I was growing up.
Okay, you read the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you spend your money, and you can tell me. What
Okay.
You think.
Okay. Yeah, because I usually end up going to see movies by myself anyway. So.
Well, and we were talking about how we wanted to go see a bunch of whole movies just the other day. And yeah, and they're good movies out. So.
So I might be at the
maybe
box
all
office
of us
this weekend.
Need to go to the
movie hall.
All three of us
do it.
All three of us, I think, should go see a different movie, and then we'll come back and give you a theater's report.
Our own review.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's talk about Friday Night Lights, though, because it's looking like we're going to have great temperatures.
Great temperatures yet again. We've been really lucky on these Fridays. 63 for the Valley at kickoff, 60 in the mountains, and then as we're ending the game, we'll be in the mid to upper 50s across southern Idaho. So maybe a light jacket with you and a blanket, and some chilly temperatures in the overnight hours.
Perfect. Thanks, Jack. And coming up here next on Rise and Shine, the House Homeland Security Committee holds a hearing in Dallas today on the Ebola epidemic. Find out what was said just ahead.
And Harvard researchers say they've taken a giant step forward in finding a cure. Find out what for when Rise and Shine continues.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your weather authority forecast. You're watching Idaho's first news in HD.
Good morning, Southern Idaho. If you're just joining us for this 6:30 half an hour, we begin with our top story. 2 people in the Gem State are dead from flu-related illnesses. An Idaho Department of Health and Human Services made the announcement on Thursday. 2 women, both above the age of 60, died, marking the first deaths this year of the flu season. Last year, it was reported that 19 deaths were caused from the flu-related illnesses. Officials recommend everyone over the age of 6 months get a vaccine. They also recommend children between the ages of 2 and 8 get the nasal spray flu vaccine. That's because it's believed to work better for the age group.